I had to redo the voiceover of this video because I sounded like I was doing a news report. It sounded like I was dead inside, so hopefully this new voiceover or whatever is better. And by the way, I took so long making this video that the United States is at war with Iran. Fuck. Hello everybody, my name is... and I've been playing Quake 3 recently because it's the best aim trainer in existence, and I can't believe we threw this all away for a game that doesn't receive any real updates. Thanks, Todd Howard. You dumb dork. This game is so good, it reminds me when video games had promotional art that was art and not shit that nobody cares about. The promotional art in specific I'm talking about is this art of Visor, the Meat Machine Man, by John Mueller. That is a complete and utter gem. Quake 3 all around had amazing promotional material. It's just this one that really speaks out to me. I don't know if it's because of the pose or I just like the design of Visor, but this is the one for me. It as a whole knew how to promote their games to real aficionados like moi. There's a lot of things that can be said about how good this specific piece of art is, but every time I remember that this promotional piece exists, I search it up and just stare at it straight for 5 minutes. Then I go back to the game. I mean, just look how good it looks. You can kiss it. I really miss this aesthetic that came with early multiplayer FPS games. It showed what everyone who made this game and who played it wanted it to be. A violent, sick psychopath that wanted to express their skill through gibbing someone with a railgun or rocket launcher. Also, I say gib instead of jib. Sorry to anybody I just pissed off saying it like that. A lot of other games and other media also had a similar aesthetic around this time. Just look at American McGee's Alice or Warhammer 40k, who John Mueller also made art for, which would explain why this promotional art of Visor looks like something that would fit in Warhammer. Something in the water just made this certain aesthetic really popular at the time. I wish it still stayed like this. If you take a look at the most popular multiplayer shooters right now, most of them are visually sterile and are just all around neutered compared to the great games of old. I mean, just look at the new Marathon. That game looks like fucking Roblox. It's ass. In most of them, you can't even type out DNB in the chat without getting auto permaban by a stupid ass AI bot the game developers put in their game to silence the niggas that go too hard. And not to mention the HRT hitting the nerd community like crack the black neighborhoods, making even online discussion about these games difficult to take part in. But that part applies to gaming as a whole. Now, a good example would be Deadlock. So many retards thought the Venator, or Venator, I'm gonna say Venator, that's what he says when it's like just a single word. They thought the Venator approved of Fanux, or even was gay himself because of how he tied his shoelaces along with the color of them. Turns out all of that was just schizophrenic nonsense made by people who barely play the game. Thankfully, they are not in high rank lobbies, which are easy to do now that the game is a rank inflation problem still, I think. TLDR, what I'm saying is that these dummies care more about their ideology of ruining everything than actually enjoying the game. And the funny thing is that the Venator has a line of himself in a kill streak saying, Saddam will burn. Fucking Saddam? It's Sodom. He says Sodom will burn.
Sodom will burn. Gomorrah will fall. I am the flood that washes the earth clean.
It just goes to show how much ass these poopy heads suck that they can't get a kill streak to hear a line that contradicts the lies that they believe in. You know what? Just bring me back to a time when video games were made to look good and not to pander to ESG scores, or made purely for money. Bring me back to an era when discussion around video game culture didn't involve sickos who made their fetish their whole personality. Bring me back to when everything wasn't corporate. Bring me back to when everything wasn't Judean. Yeah, I said it. It means Jew. Back to the Quake 3 art. Just look how nice it looks. It looks pretty cool actually. I'm not even sure Quake 3 would work today. Just look how lively arena shooters are. They're either dead or on life support. Maybe nobody has tried enough to revive this genre, or these games demand too much skill to play. It's a shame we don't get games like these that feel like pure adrenaline anymore. It's probably a good thing though. Can you imagine how fucked up a new Unreal Tournament would look like, or if Epic continued developing Unreal Tournament 4? And I'm not saying the Unreal Tournament 4 being developed was looking bad, but just pause for a second and imagine what it would look like in 2026 if Epic continued development. It would become garbage grease. And it's cool that Epic allowed oldunreal.com or whatever to allow them to fix Unreal Tournament 4 and I think the original Unreal to work on modern computers. So good job on them. And by the way, thanks Cliff Bleszinski for Lawbreakers. You really know what you were doing. I think this is all I have to say on this short video. This might not even be my last video on Quake or Quake 3. I find the lore in Quake 3 to be very intriguing despite how little there is. So I might make a video on that. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.